Okay, well, everybody, welcome. Coffee with myself and Peter, and wow, we're going to talk about we've got a great topic that we're going to talk about: tracking, accountability, and growth.
Yes.
Wow.
I want to start by saying something very important, that success is dependent on two things: passion and perseverance. And you don't wake up one morning and you have a passion for real estate. But passion comes through action. The more action you put into the equation, the more dopamine your brain gives you, and the more passionate you become about your work. So perseverance and passion is equal success for me.
I like that, and I think passion, remember, passion is the highest form of energy.
Exactly.
So if you're passionate about something, you're going to have energy to do it as well. So how do we bring passion back into our real estate business, to give it energy, to become excited about selling properties, to become excited about the market? Yes, and even to become excited about the challenges as well. Yes, I get to have this challenge. Let me get it out of the way very quickly. Let me face it and move on.
And the more you go for it, the more you do the work, to put the elbow grease in, the more passionate you will become.
Exactly, exactly. Your second highest form of energy, if you're really struggling, is gratitude. Find something that you are grateful for so that you can have energy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, gratitude is so important.
All right, so let's take it away. We're talking tracking, accountability, and growth.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, so we're growing as well, and accountability. Oh, we love accountability.
Yeah.
And tracking. I mean, we love our numbers.
Right. If you don't have your numbers, you can't track, and you can't really be accountable if you don't have your numbers.
And Peter, what I found with tracking your numbers, it's a massive reality check, actually, to see, oh my goodness, I thought I was moving forward, but I'm moving slowly backwards, and I'm not even realizing I am moving backwards.
Yes, definitely, that is so. I think the big thing about accountability is to have your numbers, to be accountable, and to refocus. And if you have to change, then change something, because you can get lost when you don't have someone to be accountable to, or who can help you with your figures. Yeah.
Yes. And you don't even know that you're getting lost, just because you are inside. You don't have somebody that's looking from the outside.
Yeah.
And I mean, also remember, what gets measured gets mastered. How cool is that? What gets measured gets mastered.
That's right.
Tracking your numbers, and you have to own it. Your actions turns effort into that predictable success.
Yeah.
And remember, accountability transforms goals from ideas into achievements.
Definitely.
That's where the tracking comes in, and that accountability. Accountability helps you to track, and the tracking brings that success. It's the bridge between intention and results.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Gary said in his book, make no mistake, you cannot effectively do this alone. He's talking about accountability. You can't do this alone, and that's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what Gary also says here is on page 291, he talks about the 5 simple steps. About the accountability. So this is at the back of your MREA book, page 290. And the very first one, he says here, create a personal plan and make process your focus.
Yeah.
That's quite big.
That's right. Because where your focus is, you will go.
Yeah, and focus goes where energy flows.
And your focus, back to the beginning of the book, your focus must be big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big goals. The big focus.
Yeah. And then the second one he says here is time block to get your focus. Yeah. How interesting is it? Coming back to the time blocking as well, from the one thing.
Yeah, definitely. He said in terms of time blocking, he said the trick is to learn how to focus on something day in, day out for the long haul. And that's where time blocking can help you.
Oh, wow, Peter, that's amazing. And then the next one he says is get accountability to keep your focus. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Definitely.
Because we think, no, accountability, it's somebody that's going to check up on us. It's not micromanagement. It's somebody that cares about you and your business and really just wants to see you successful.
Yeah.
That is an accountability partner. And make sure your environment supports your focus.
Yeah.
I want to share something. We often think that working from home, I know there's some people that really get it right. I know for myself, I should not work from home at all. I'm not focused. I lose my energy. It's a bit of a mess. I don't do my one thing then at all. You must remember, you need to be in a supportive environment. Be around people. And the 5-1 is keep your energy to maintain your focus. If you are in an energetic environment, people that will support you, people that will help you move forward, you will reach your goals. Then it's not just an intention, it's really that success that will happen.
Yeah.
Because we think we can do it on our own. We can't. It's been proven by a lot of research that you cannot do accountability on your own.
Yeah, you can't.
And your family also, they can't keep you accountable. Yes, they can keep you accountable to your why if it involves them, but they can't keep you accountable to your business goals because honestly, they don't know what it takes to be a real estate agent. They are not in this. They only see things from the outside.
Yeah. No, definitely, yeah. Now, that's so important. These 5 steps, please go and look at it, page 591 in your MREA. You know, when I say every time I read the part of this MREA, I think this is the core, this is the most important. And then I page you another few pages and I think, no, this is the most important. So I think it's an important document for any business, especially for our business. But that's
for sure.
Of the point. So
Yeah. No, but that's perfect. And if you're struggling with something, also maybe you make use of the tool, the 66-day challenge, because that really creates a habit. That's why it's 66 days.
Yeah, that's right.
Use the tools. It's one of the one-thing tools that they really implemented. I mean, I've done many 66-day challenges. I don't know, Peter, have you done any 66-day challenges?
On the Martin Miller, yes, I've done.
Okay, on the command one. Okay, that's one.
Yeah. I try to have, I've got a couple of habits that I want to form and a couple of bad habits I'm going to de-learn. And yeah, I try to do that. And you must have a habit tracker.
So you're going to have to track it daily on that sheet. You have to track it daily on that sheet.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you use that sheet, laminate it so you can use it over and over. So I did when I was a few years back, my real estate business really battled and I did 66 listings in 66 days.
Sure.
That was what I had to achieve. It doesn't mean that I have to get a listing every day. It means that by the end of the 66 days, because some days you get more than one appointment, other days you don't have any. But by the end of that 66-day challenge, I had 66 listings. Yeah. Yes, they were not all exclusive land acts. That's not the point. But that created that momentum back into my business. Yeah. If you can get 66 listings, it's 2 months.
Sure.
I think it's 2.5 months actually.
Yeah.
You will change your life forever.
Yeah, definitely.
And by the way, just after that, I became a millionaire real estate agent. I was invited to a millionaire breakfast and I became part of the Millionaires Club. So I've got a few key concepts I want to share, and Peter, you can add as we move forward.
Yes.
Tracking reveals truth, effort, consistency, and conversation.
Yes.
And conversion, not conversation.
Conversions, yeah.
Then the other concept is accountability creates clarity, confidence, and growth.
Yeah.
It grows you.
Yeah.
Remember what the book says. It's not about the money. It's becoming the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you are better, the business will be better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, you have to have someone to help. You can't just do it alone. You're not a loner, and in this business, just as we are in a contact sport with the clients, we are in a contact with our peers, and we have to have a accountable partner.
And progress is built through small, measurable wins, small wins, daily wins.
1% each day.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is where all of these things start linking together.
Yes.
And then it is something like this. It's a cycle to repeat. Review, adjust, improve, repeat. Review, adjust, improve, repeat. I'm trying to say it fast. Review, adjust, improve, repeat.
Yeah. And that's exactly where the accountability partner come in.
Yes.
To check if your focus is right, to check if you're on track, to reveal your the numbers and then to readjust action.
You want to add something before we go into our closing questions?
No, do that, please.
Oh, are you okay? We're ready. So we've got some questions to leave with you today. Take action with these questions. Okay, so the first one is, what numbers am I currently tracking in my business? Are you tracking your calls? Are you tracking your appointments? Okay. How do these numbers compare to my goals?
And that's where adjustment come in.
Yeah.
If you done your 411 and you see your numbers doesn't compare with your 411 that you worked out for yourself, readjustment.
Yeah, this is where you're gonna see, this is reality check, and this is where you can adjust. And then what's one metric I should start tracking this week? Maybe choose one that I'm gonna start tracking. How many calls does it take to get to an appointment? That is the first step, basically. Otherwise, you can just call and call and call, and you're not tracking. So you don't know. Okay, every day I need to call so many people to have so many appointments.
Yeah.
All right. Then the next question: who can I partner with for accountability or weekly check-ins? This is a great question. What do you think, Peter? Who should they partner with?
Yeah, they should partner with someone that can. First place, someone that's in the business, that understands the business. It doesn't help you get accountable for someone outside of the business because they don't understand the industry, and someone that's better than you.
Yes.
To draw you up.
Great people to keep you accountable is your leadership team, your productivity coach, first of all, if you're on the productivity coaching program. Second one is your team leader. And then the rest of your leadership team, like your MCA, DFI. All right, and then my last question: how can I use my numbers to celebrate wins and identify growth areas? Wins. So I think I'm going to share that wins again on our WhatsApp group today. What do you think?
Yeah,
Let's celebrate them.
I think so, yeah.
And just small wins.
Yeah. It's so important. If you reach your goal that you must go out for ice cream or whatever you want. Do something. But if you didn't do that, you must also know that you're going to get a hiding from yourself. You must do something that you don't like. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, Peter, for joining me today.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody that is on the call. We appreciate you. We believe in you. Be accountable. And it's not a micromanagement. It's really just because we care about you and your business and your big why. Have a fabulous weekend. We will see you on Monday.
Have a good weekend and all of the best.